focus on playing on every beat. Here's what it will sound like. Before we play, let's get used to playing right with the pulse of the click. We'll be putting our notes in groups of 4, so count out loud with me. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let's get ready to play. Remember to keep good posture. Rest your thumb or palm on your other strings, muting them from any potential unwanted sound, and alternate between your index and your middle finger on your rhythm hand. Let's hear that on our open G string playing quarter notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Index, middle, index, middle. Keeping that good posture. And notice the thumb resting on a lower string. So with our rhythm hand, we're going to alternate between index and middle fingers with the click, and we're going to play steady quarter notes. We're going to start with our index finger, and we're going to do this exercise 3 times, and I'll count you in. 1, 2, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 2, 3, 4. Index, middle, index, middle, index, middle, index, middle. Second time. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. See me rolling back my fingers into the D string as I plug the G string. And last time. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And index, middle, index, middle, index, middle, index, middle. Remember to stay relaxed as you are trying to lock in with the beat. Timing is everything. The metronome is a bass player's best friend in developing your skills. The more you use it, the better bass player you will be. Keep working with it, and we'll see you next time. In this lesson, we're going to talk about frets, what they are, proper finger placement, and we'll do a basic finger exercise. So what are frets? Frets are the narrow pieces of metal laid across the fretboard, which is on the front of the neck of your bass guitar. So we start with the nut. It's actually not a fret. It's this thing right here gives us our open strings. So the fret nearest the nut is the first fret. That's this one right here, this little chunk of metal. After that, we have the second fret right here, then the third fret, the fourth fret, the fifth fret, and so on up the neck of the bass. So let's talk finger placement. We're going to learn how to fret a note on the bass, and we're going to do it on our G string. That's our first string, the skinniest one right here. We're going to use our index finger, which we will call our first finger, and we're going to press the pad of our fingertip down on the first string on the second fret. And our finger will be slightly arched, just like that, not straight, but arched, just like this, right here. And voila, there's our note. To fret notes properly, press down as close to the back side of the fret as possible. If you press down and voila, there's our note. To fret notes properly, press down as close to the back side of the fret as possible. If you press down on top of the fret, it sounds muffled. Let's check that out. So my finger is right on top of that second fret. See, it's not really ringing out. It's there, but we don't get the full spectrum. Now, if you go back too far, I'm going all the way back almost to the first fret. You have to press down really hard to get anything to happen. I'm pressing super hard to get that note. If I let up even just a little bit, see, it starts to buzz. We don't want that. Where you want to be, right behind the fret, just behind it. There's a nice tone right there. Now, how hard should you press down? You want to press down just hard enough to get the metal string to touch the metal fret. Again, you don't want to press super hard. It's not necessary. But you don't want to be too light either where you're just getting a muted sound. Just enough to get that metal string on the metal fret. For best positioning, you want to align your thumb behind the neck with your middle finger. Your thumb is the anchor, keeps all your fingers together in the same place in a position. You want to make sure that they're parallel with each other, just like this. So here I'm on G, on the E string, 3rd fret. Now I'm going to shift my position up to A in the 5th fret, but my thumb is still there right behind my middle finger. And you want to make sure you keep your thumb parallel with the middle finger, also to ensure that your arm is square to the neck of the bass, just like mine is right here. A good thumb positioning will ensure that your elbow doesn't drift into your gut. So if your elbow starts drifting into your body, it's gonna push your thumb up over the top of the neck, and you don't want that. Also, it makes your palm almost start grabbing the back of the neck, and when that happens, it really starts to kind of really limits your fingers. They kind of get bunched up, and doing this a lot could actually lead to injury, which you don't want. So if you just square off that elbow, let it kind of relax down, let your shoulder relax. It's going to put your thumb back where it needs to go, lined up with your middle finger, and then your fingers have much bigger range of motion. Let's take a look at that from another angle. So again, if your elbow starts coming in towards your gut, towards your body, your thumb's coming up over the neck. That's what you want to avoid. Brings your palm back against the neck. We don't want that either. It's going to really limit those fingers, and it's going to be hard to move around easily on the fretboard. So if we square off that elbow, bring it back, kind of relax our shoulder nice like that, brings our thumb back right where it needs to go, parallel to our middle finger, and we have a much easier range of motion with our fingers. Let's do an exercise where we learn our finger numbers, our fret numbers, and build our finger strength and flexibility. It sounds like this, and it's going to be played on our G string. So let's talk about our fret, hand, and finger numbers. So we don't count the thumb because it's, of course, the anchor, and it's going to be behind the fretboard. But our index finger is known as our first finger. The middle finger is the second finger. The ring finger is the third finger. And the pinky is our fourth finger. Now, in this exercise, we're going to apply our first finger to the second fret on our G string, right here. The second finger is going to go on the 3rd fret. And then our third and or fourth finger is going to cover the 4th fret. All the while, our thumb is right there behind the second finger. So here's what we're going to do. Our thumb, of course, is going to be pointed up behind the neck. We're going to start on the open G string, then go to the first finger on the 2nd fret, then back to open G, then second finger on the 3rd fret, back to open G once more, and then up to 3rd and 4th finger on the 4th fret. Notice that the pitch changes as we play different frets. The higher the fret, the higher the pitch. So here I am on the 2nd fret, right? Then I go up to the 3rd fret, and we've got a higher pitch. 4th fret, higher, even still. When playing this exercise on our rhythm hand, we're going to alternate our index and middle fingers, and we're going to play steady half notes. Let's get ready with the open G, and I'll count you in, and we'll do it 3 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, second fret. 1, 2, third fret, second finger. 1, 2, 4th fret, third and 4th finger. 1, 2, second fret, first finger. 1, 2, third fret. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's never too early to work on good thumb placement and fretting technique. These skills will set the foundation for solid playing and will fast track your learning. We'll see you next time. In this exercise, we'll work on building strength and dexterity in your fretting hand by playing an exercise on the first string of the bass. So we'll stay on the second, third, and fourth frets while also using the open G. It's going to sound like this. There's the open G, second fret, third fret, and fourth fret. For our fretting hand, we're going to play open G, just like that. Our first finger is going to cover the second fret right here. Our second finger is going to cover the third fret right there. And our third and fourth fingers are going to hold down the fourth fret, just like that. Each note will be played 4 times, and also try to hold down your fingers as you move up frets. That means if it's not the second fret or up to the third fret, you can still keep your first finger down on the second fret. It's not going to affect the tone or the note ringing out from your third fret. And same when you go up to the fourth fret, right? We can keep those first and second fingers down, and it will not impact the fourth fret note. For the rhythm hand, we're going to alternate between our index and our middle finger, playing steady quarter notes. We're going to play through the example 5 times with a click at 80 beats per minute. So get ready with your open G, and I'll count you in. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 2, 3, 4. 4, 2, 3. Second time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Second fret. Third fret. 2, 3, 4, and fourth fret. 2, 3. Third time. 1. First finger. Second finger. 2, 3, 4. Third and fourth finger. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2. Second finger, third fret. Third and fourth finger, fourth fret. Fifth time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. Third fret, second finger. And lastly, third and fourth finger, fourth fret. And that's it. You're getting used to playing single notes on the first string. 2 minutes of this a day can go a long way, so keep practicing, and we'll see you for more next time.
Let's learn a few natural notes on the G string. We're going to be learning the notes G, A, and B. All notes in music are labeled using the first 7 letters of the alphabet, and we refer to this concept as the musical alphabet. So we're using the letters A through G. And this note sequence repeats over and over. So we have the letters A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and we repeat A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and so on. These are also known as the natural notes. And sounds get higher as you move up the alphabet from A to G, and they move lower as you move from G down to A. Now, as you hold down a note on the fretboard, the pitch is going to change. And as we move up the fretboard towards the bridge, the pitch gets higher. And as we move down towards the headstock, the pitch gets lower. As a tip, you want to make sure that you're playing right behind the fret wire for the best tone. You don't want to be too far behind, or else it starts to buzz out, and you don't want to be right on top of the fret wire. Just right behind for the best possible tone. Also, make sure that you're placing the thumb of the fret hand right behind the neck. Now we're going to be playing those 3 notes, G, A, and B, on the G string. Let's start off with an open G. So we got open G. And then we play an A at the 2nd fret with our first finger, and then B at the 4th fret with our 4th finger. Now you can use just your 4th finger, or you can use a combination of both your 3rd and 4th fingers to give you a little more leverage to play that note. So we have G, A at the second fret, and B at the fourth fret. Let's take a look at that from a different angle. We have the open G, A at the second fret, and B at the fourth fret. Let's practice playing these notes, the G, A, and B, on the G string, and let's say the note names out loud to help you remember them. We're going to play each note 4 times as quarter notes. We're going to play all that twice. Let's start off with an open G. 1, 2, 3, 4, G. Then A and B. Let's do that again, one more time. And G. A at the second fret with the first finger. Finally, B at the fourth fret. 2, 3, 4. Now in the rhythm hand, I'm using an alternating index and middle finger pattern. Now as we're playing each of the notes, we're going to be using a rest stroke, meaning when you pluck a string, you're going to rest the finger on the adjacent string, and it's going to land on the lower string. Now with the thumb, you can go ahead and place on either like a pickup, a lower string, on the body, or if you happen to have a thumb rest, you can rest it there as well. Try out a couple different things, see what works best for you. Now let's go ahead and play through that exercise again. And let's take a closer look at my rhythm hand. I'm going to start off with my index finger. So index, middle, index, middle. Let's keep it going. Got the A, and then B. Do it one more time, starting with the open G. A, and B. Practice the notes on the G string to build strength and speed. Keep up the good work, and we'll see you next time. exercise, we'll work on our finger strength and dexterity in the fret hand by playing some notes on the G string. Here's what the exercise sounds like. I'm going to play through it twice and then end the exercise with an open G. One more time. And end with an open G. Now in the fret hand, we're going to start off with open G. We're going to play that 2 times as quarter notes. Then we're going to move up to the 2nd fret and play the A with our first finger, play that twice. Move back down with an open G, play that twice. And then up to the 4th fret to play that B, and we play that twice as well. And we're going to repeat that pattern several times and then end the entire exercise with an open G. And in the rhythm hand, we're just using an alternating index and middle finger pattern, starting with the index finger. So starting with that open G, we have index, middle, then index, middle, and so on. Now remember, as you're holding down a note on the fretboard, you want to hold down the note right behind the fret wire to get the best possible tone. You don't want to be too far behind or else the note will start to buzz out, or you don't want to be like right on top of the fret wire either. You want to be right behind. Also, you don't want to collapse the fingers. Ideally, you want to keep somewhat of a curve to the fingers. Go ahead and play each of the notes. Let's play the exercise 8 times. I'll count you in. 1, 2, ready, go. G, A, G, and B. 2nd time around. Here's the 3rd time. And 4th. And 6. Last one. And end with an open G. 2, 3, 4. Great work playing the notes on the G string. Keep practicing, and we'll see you next time.
In this lesson, we'll learn about tablature, also referred to as tab. Tablature is musical notation designed for any stringed instrument with frets, such as the guitar, bass, or ukulele. It's often a faster alternative to reading music than standard notation. We can use tab to read musical phrases, melodies, even entire songs. When learning how to read tab, there's two important things to keep in mind. First, we have 4 horizontal lines that represent the 4 strings on the bass, and second, the numbers on the horizontal lines indicate which fret to play. Let's try reading some tablature with open strings. We have that top line with a 0, so that's the G string open. Next, we have a 0 on the second line, that means D open. Then the third line open, that's the A string. And then the bottom line with the 0, that's the 4th string E open. To illustrate the concept, you can lay the bass down on your lap, then look down and imagine each string is a line of tab. Let's try some string skipping to get a little more familiar. We have the first string, then we'll skip over to number 3, up to the second string, and hop over to the 4th string. Now let's talk about frets. The numbers on the lines tell you what fret to play, not the finger number. We read tab from left to right, just like we're reading a sentence in a book. A number 2 would indicate that we're playing the 2nd fret. Number 4 would be the 4th fret. And if you see a 0, that means you play the string open without pressing down on a fret. Now let's take a look at some frets with the tab. You'll see we have a 2 on the top line. That means we play the 2nd fret of the G string. And then after that, we have numbers 2, 3, and 4 on the second line. So that means we're going to play the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th fret on the D string. Sometimes you'll even find in tablature we have numbers stacked on top of each other. That indicates that those notes are to be played together at the same time. So you'll see we have a number 2 on the first line, so that's the 2nd fret of the G string, and then we also have a 0 on the second line, the open D string. So I'm going to take my index finger, place it on the D string, and my middle finger on the G, and pluck them together at the same time. And my middle finger on the G and pluck them together at the same time. Now that you know how to read tab, search for bass lines written in tablature. You'll find it's a great shortcut to learning some of your favorite songs. I'll catch you later. In this lesson, we'll learn about chords and chord diagrams for bass. A chord is a combination of different sounding notes that are played at the same time. Basses can play chords but tend to play single notes more often. Chords and single notes can sometimes be shown on a chord diagram. A chord diagram is a way to learn music based on finger shapes. They're most often used by guitar players. The difference is that a bass diagram has 4 lines representing the strings, and guitar diagrams have 6. So, how do we read them? We have lines down and across. The lines down represent our frets. The top line is not a fret, it's called the nut. From then on, we have our first fret, second fret, and etc. all the way down the fingerboard. Our vertical lines represent our strings. From left to right, we have E, A, D, and G. Let's see a chord on a chord diagram. Our chord name, which is D5, is written and centered above the diagram. We see X's on the first 2 lines, our E string and our A string, which means we don't play those strings. The next string, which is our D string, we see an O. That means we're going to play that string open. The next string over, our G string, we see a dot on the second fret. The dots tell us where to put our fingers. So I'll put my finger on that second fret of our G string. With my rhythm hand, I'm going to play with my index finger and my middle finger at the same time so I can play both of these notes together. Here's what that sounds like. You may not see these chord diagrams all the time, but occasionally you may come across them, so it's important to know how to read them. Happy reading, and I'll see you next time. In this lesson, we'll practice an exercise that gets you playing using tablature. We begin by plucking the open G, followed by frets 2, 4, 2. O, 2, 4, 2. Then we play open once more, followed by the second fret. And then we head to the open D string. Let's walk through that again. On the G string, we have open, 2, 4, 2, then open, 2, and open D. You can use your first finger for the second fret, and when you get to the 4th fret, you can use your 3rd finger, your 4th finger, or even a combination of the 2, since it's a little bit of a stretch there. With your rhythm hand, you want to make sure that you let your fingers roll over the strings. You got to follow through and let that finger rest on the neighboring string. You can alternate between your index and middle finger, or if you need to, you can just use your first finger. And if you'd like, you can anchor on the pickup or even on the E string. That might give you a little more access to the first string. Let's walk through the phrase together 4 times. I'll count you in. 1, 2, 3, 4. O, 2, 4, 2. O, 2, open D. 1, 2, 3, 4. And repeat. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. And 0, 2, 4, 2, O, 2, O. 1, 2, 3, 4. And last time. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Great job getting started with tab. We just played an exercise incorporating 2 of the 4 strings on our bass. Keep practicing, and I'll see you for more soon.
Here's the main riff to Grange by ZZ Top. In the original recording, it takes 24 bars before the bass enters. Here's what it sounds like when it does. Now with the fret hand here, we're all on the A string. We're going to start with the open A and hit that 6 times. First finger, 3rd fret of the A string for a C, and then 3rd or 4th finger on the 5th fret of the A string for a D. Altogether, that's A 6 times, and then C, D. Let's take a look at that from a different angle. We have the open A, and then C, D. Now with the rhythm hand here, we're alternating the index and middle finger with quarter note plucks. Be sure to mute the string after plucking. I'm using my rhythm and my fret hand to mute. Let's take a closer look at the rhythm hand. Alternating index and middle. All right, let's try it together 6 times. I'll count you in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Steady quarter note plucks here. This is 4 times. Last time.
Session mode. Learn a song. Rocksmith. Learn a song. Masterful performance. Every now and then, you might want to practice a chord outside of a song. Then when it shows up, you're ready for it. Check out the chord book to see if there are any chords that need some special attention. Masterful performance. The chord book is a great place to come.